to Invest Insights. I'm Abby Maloney. I'm joined today by Rich Fitzgerald, the County Executive for Allegheny County, Pennsylvania. Thank you for joining me today, Rich.
Good to be with you, Abby.
Today's discussion will revolve around creativity. And to kick that off, Allegheny County has become a mecca for technology and robotics. What innovative sector within the region's economy do you believe holds the greatest potential moving forward? And what are some creative ways the county is supporting its growth?
Well, there's certainly a number of them, but robotics you would put right at the top of the list. We have now over 100 robotics companies uh, producing jobs, new technologies, many of them around the autonomous vehicle, particularly some of the larger ones, Argo AI, Locomation, and Aurora, that have produced over a couple thousand jobs already and billions of dollars of investment. And a lot of it comes from the research and development that comes out of Carnegie Mellon University, University of Pittsburgh, and our UPMC enterprises. But I would also say our life sciences and artificial intelligence, companies that are more mature companies like Google and Apple and IBM and Microsoft and Facebook are here in a big way for lots of different reasons. Number one, the quality of life that we have here at the cost, compared to some of, say, our competitive cities like San Francisco or Boston or Washington, D.C., the cost in Pittsburgh is probably a quarter of that when it comes to residential housing, rental costs, things along those lines, as well as the office space cost per square foot. So it's very competitive for those companies to be here. And because we have this great quality of life, we're able to attract a lot of that young talent who's looking to move and work in an innovative place like Pittsburgh. Energy is also very important. We've got the largest deposits of natural gas under our feet, and certainly with the world energy situation right now, Pittsburgh will probably be poised to move forward in those areas. So there's a number of different directions that Pittsburgh has a lot of growth potential in, and diversity is a big part of that.
Between low interest rates and government stimulus, the market has become saturated with capital over the past few years. What are some unique ways that you're utilizing the access to capital to improve the county's infrastructure and general health of the business community?
We have really utilized both some of the money that has come from the federal government, from the ARP money, American Rescue Plan money, as you indicated, low interest rates allows the bonding of capital projects and infrastructure to go forward. So we've invested a lot in our bridges. For example, we have over 500 bridges in a city like Pittsburgh in Allegheny County. A few years ago, we were about 24% of our bridges were rated poor by the civil engineering codes that are out there. We're now under 10%, and over the next couple of years, literally going to get it down to zero. 400 miles of road, we invested a lot of it in making sure that our roads, our hillsides, the broadband, our water and sewer, a lot of the basic infrastructure we're continuing to do. Our buildings themselves, investing in our buildings, particularly our government buildings, our community college buildings, and workforce training. We're making sure that we're investing in the things that can help our economy grow, workforce being a big part of that.
Rich, you are well known for bringing together people and organizations on regional issues. At a time where unification can be hard to achieve, what are some of the creative strategies you're using to bring people together and find common ground on problems facing the county?
One of the things we've been really good at over the last few years is bringing folks together, the public-private partnerships that we have with our corporate community and our labor unions that sit at the table and work together collaboratively to help economic growth. We have a really robust university system, as I mentioned, University of Pittsburgh, Carnegie Mellon University, UPMC enterprises that work together with our philanthropic community, which we have a very robust foundation community, and then government at all levels. The local governments work with our county governments, work with our state and our federal governments across party lines. We're very good at working together on projects that don't necessarily make the national news, the fights that go on, whether it be around Supreme Court justices or some of the, items that go on in Washington and even in Harrisburg, but on local issues when it comes to economic growth, we really do work together and move forward in a positive way.
To round out our discussion on creativity, what are some unique ways that you're fostering creative thinking across the county moving forward?
Well, one of the things I've been most proud of during my decade as county executive is bringing in innovative people to run some of our major agencies and departments. And I'll talk about community college, for example, which really trains workforce and does so oftentimes out in the field at a factory to train folks that need that training. Dr. Quentin Bullock's just done a fantastic job in using a lot of innovation around education to train the next generation of workers. Our airport, again, an airport director who's done some amazing things, including building a microgrid, the first modernization post-COVID that's happening. We're doing additive manufacturing on the site, and we're using that natural gas that I referred to earlier to do a lot of those things and generate a lot of the energy to produce to run what we have. We've also invested heavily in cargo and freight and logistics, and that's really been a big benefit. So having these innovative people that are kind of thinking outside the box or doing new things is something that we're very proud of. Our transit system, our transit director, who's using technology and next gen to take an older agency, an agency that had been, kind of stuck in older ways of doing things, in a new modern way. So having these innovative people and, giving them the political support and the tools they need to move this region forward is just something we're very proud of. And we consider, what we're doing here in Allegheny County and in the Pittsburgh region, very cutting edge.
Thank you so much, Rich.
Abby, it's good to be with you and look forward to working with you again.
Well, that was Rich Fitzgerald, the County Executive for Allegheny County, Pennsylvania. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to hear more CEOs and thought leaders share their opinions and advice on today's business climate. Until next time, I'm Abby Malone, and this has been Invest Insights. Thanks for tuning in.